What's good? It's your boy Tam Money, and today I'm gonna get into the War Economic Forum blog, strictly on the Metaverse, only on the Metaverse. I do got what you call it, account with them, but every time you log in or jump back into this website, they want you to log in again. So, I do got the app too, but I don't know if I remember the password, but I know I can get it remade, but I don't know if my phone saved it. But other than that, I want to get into the metaverse. That 5 ways the metaverse could be revolutionary for people with disabilities. Now we all know people with disabilities, especially with one arm, one foot, all types of bodies and stuff like that. What you call it. Um, when it comes to people with disabilities, though, they're not able. Let's read this. Let's get through it so I can explain. The metaverse could help people with disabilities experience activities that it can be difficult for them to access in the real world. Imagine up unsplash what? I guess to explain the image of this, but basically what they say is that people with disabilities. Like I work with people with disabilities, but here's the thing: I'm considered one of those who got disabilities, I guess. But when they asked me, because at the same time they didn't have no record of my disability, when they realized that I'm basically just regular or just normal and not like everybody else, because when it comes to my other coworkers, they act like damn kids. I'm the only mature one. But let's read this. The metaverse could bring about life-changing benefits for people with disabilities and older people as well as developing solutions to improve accessibility and inclusivity. The University of Cambridge and Brown University London have been investigating this with Meta and Royal National Institutes of Blind People in the UK. That's a trip though. So blind people, once they get the chance to see, they will see basically artificial, full blown artificial, and a little bit of real world, if you know what I mean. When it comes for them, helping them to see and stuff, it'll be like artificial. But let's read again. Let's read more. They have identified five key ways the metaverse could lead to advance in virtual mobility, from social life and education to work and entertainment. The invention of the World Wide Web in 1989 eventually brought about life-changing tools for everyone who can access it. Some of these cool tools, such as online banking, shopping, communication, have vastly improved the accessibility of daily life for people with disabilities as well as older people. The concept of virtual mobility has long been used to describe how the internet can provide an accessible alternative to activities that usually requires physical mobility. Virtual mobility was in full swing during the pandemic as work, entertainment, and socializing effectively move online. The metaverse and they phrase to the internet, powered by virtual augmented reality (VR), powered by virtual and augmented reality VR and AR, has the potential to take things even further. Working with Meta, the Royal National Institute of Blind People, and other inclusive design focused partners, or a team of researchers will be investigating the potentials of the metaverse to introduce life-changing benefits for disabled and older people, as well as developing solutions to improve its accessibility and inclusivity in our new project towards equitable social VR. Here are 5 areas where the metaverse could take virtual mobility to the next level. Social life. The benefits of conventional social media for disabled people have been long established. designed well, and social spaces in the metaverse will advance these benefits through social virtual reality, which mimics in-person interaction and permits people to interact freely without the obstacles that exist in the physical world. Importantly, users in metaverse platforms like Meta Horizon Worlds will be able to represent themselves using virtual avatars. Research suggests that virtual avatars are a means through which some disabled people reflect aspects of their disabilities as essential parts of their identity. Now, when they say that, if you ever saw the beta test of Street Fighter 6, how you can create a character, like I said, Street Fighter 6, you gotta understand the reason why they added all of that is because of the metaverse. And you see what they just said right here, right? If you saw them weird looking characters in the battle hub, this what it actually mean. Disabled as an essential part of their identity. Disabilities, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Bring the freak show, bring the circus into the game. You know what I'm saying? But not in the game, but in the metaverse. But when it came to, I just couldn't get over that Street Fighter 6, how people create their characters. You know what I mean? Made a woman muscle like all this stuff. So yeah, all that stuff. So I have to say that right there. Others may self-represent through avatars that are totally imagined. The metaverse gives users freedom and creativity in terms of how they want to be seen and eliminate preconceptions that disabled and older people might face when interacting with others in person. Education. The metaverse can potentially improve the range and qualities of education delivered pathways available to disabled users, as well as late life learning. Immersive technologies mean that higher education could be delivered in an engaging way without requiring physical attendance. I mean, this mo- this mode of delivery would eliminate some of the factors that inclusive many people from accessing quality education, such as needing to move away from home or travel to a physical campus. There are also numerous opportunities to use the metaverse for remote coaching, personal development, and skill training. That's going to happen around the year 2026 and definitely in 2027. So what they're saying right there is that, you know, we're going to have like basically AR glasses and VR headsets to do this. And once it comes down to it, it's going to be the new normal once those type of years come. We're not too far from those years. You know, say we got 2023 and 2024. Then 2025, that's when 5G is enhanced, and we able to play Xbox cloud gaming anywhere we at and stuff like that. But let's see what happens. I can't predict the future, but let's see what happens. The pandemic have shown how quickly we can adjust to new ways of working. A considerable number of people expect to work in the metaverse one way or another. A recent survey by Microsoft, you know, they include my fixers in here, but as an Xbox punk, you know, Microsoft is your fixer when it comes to the gaming wise of it. A recent survey by Microsoft found that only 16% of the 31,102 survey participants across generations do not see themselves carrying out at least some of their job duties as meta work in the near future. Most people expect the metaverse will play some role in their work in the near future. I don't know why I read that because I just now read that, but hey. The metaverse can provide access to the types of work that one disability or age might otherwise make it difficult for them to access in the physical world. There is a growing community of designers getting ready to create the virtual interiors that will exist only within the metaverse. Other areas with interest in metaverse-based jobs, prospects, or digital fashions real estate, and of course building the metaverse itself. So basically what the War Economic Forum is saying is that, you know, around the year 2026 or 2027, yes, but definitely in the decade of 2030, that's when the world will definitely look different. But you know, around 2026 and 2027, basically that's when the metaverse is fully active. Like when Mark Zuckerberg said it, I think it was in 2021 or it was in 2021. When Mark Zuckerberg brought up the metaverse, where he said the next 5 years, he was talking specifically from that year that he presented that presentation, which means it can be 2025, but definitely 2026. But this is my third eye, it's my pineal gland talking. So, the War Economic Forum, they are my leaders, but when it comes to Microsoft, they are my fixers. So, me being an Xbox punk, I'm not saying I'm getting paid by them, but basically being an addict to Game Pass and all the games, and even though I didn't play, I played some of them, but it wasn't my type of games to play with. So that's one thing. The pandemic brought music to the digital world in new ways, with artists from Travis Scott to Ariana Grande performing in virtual spaces. Basically, Fortnite. And also, I show my last video, but yeah, I joined a Fortnite crew now, and I do get direct deposit of V-Bucks since I joined the Fortnite crew. I'm very grateful for that, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand, Fortnite is going to be a metaverse definitely in the year. If it's not 2025, definitely 2026. If not already, but right now they experimented with it, but not yet though. Gigs in the metaverse are just one entertainment option. Virtual seminars, theater performances, museums, and gallery exhibitions are all taking place already. Tourism is another arena where the metaverse can provide opportunities to travel through digital environments. Tourists can could also explore remote physical locations from the comfort of their home through virtual reality headset, making travel more accessible and affordable. Now, when it comes to that, let me bring this up to I didn't bring this up in my gameplay, but let me bring it up now. Like, when it comes to the job sites and janitorial, when it comes to cleaning offices and stuff, like, we work in this building, this building in my town where people come get medical support. There's a dentist office that we go to, clean up, vacuum, make it clean and sparkle. They was off for 1 week and a half, because the thing is, the whole dentist office went to Rome. All of them went to Europe, but specifically Rome. All of them went to Rome, basically Italy, I think. But they went to Rome. All the dentist people in the dentist office, all of them went to Rome, which is a shocker because I never thought. People had, that's a career though. Dentist office, those are careers, to tell you the truth. But all of them went to Rome together. So, what I'm saying? But I never traveled before. Like I said, I've been in California all my life, specifically the Bay Area all my life. But, when it really comes down to it, though, when it really comes down to it, when it comes down to it, though, I never traveled before, but when they say stuff like this, like tourism is another arena where the metaverse can provide opportunities to travel through digital environments. What I'm saying? I'd rather deal with that than to travel to the Philippines or any Southeast Asia country or even within America. Like, if I'm going to be sucked into the metaverse, then I should take action of not only having a virtual spouse, but also having virtual destinations where I can spend my vacation in, especially when I have a week off from my job. Instead of going somewhere physically, I can go there digitally. And that's one thing I support, specifically for myself. I can't speak for everybody else. People love to travel and be there physically, but I'm so used to the virtual world. Like I said, I was a gamer at first, so I'm already used to the digital atmosphere. But since I get direct deposit from Fortnite for 1,000 V-Bucks and stuff, I'm already sucked into the metaverse. I already paid $100 of cash in the GTA 5 online game. So, and I am going to stream that too. You just gotta give me some time because I've been stuck on Call of Duty and stuff. But I will stream that though. But I gotta figure out how to turn off the music in that thing. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. So next project. The metaverse can also become a powerful platform in the medical world, useful in different fields of medicine. As an example, extended reality stimulation can be used. It's XR. I should say, but you see it, but I'm not interested. I guess not interested in that. I'm being honest, but I guess it work for everybody. But I'm just saying. But I only mess with VR. When it comes to AR, XR, or even MR, which is a mixed reality, I'll get into that later on. But I want to live my life. I want to live my life through a computer and not want to leave the house that much. I'm being honest. But let me start from there. Extended reality stimulation can be used for various types of medical education and also in training, such as emergency response and mental health. VR and AR can also enhance medical imaging, radiology, and support diagnostic, treatment planning, and medical research. Another area of medicine where the metaverse has potential is telemedicine. VR can be used to facilitate remote consultation, especially where the medical personnel are not geographically available, like in many rural areas. It is worth noting that the metaverse is not meant to replace the life and experience in the physical world. Yeah, what they're trying to let you know is that you need to have balance. You need to have balance between the digital and the physical world. They don't want you to get sucked in. Same thing with New Age. Like if you connected to the spirit realm, it's so easy to get caught up in the spirit realm. But if you get sucked into it and forget that you're in the physical world, don't get me wrong, if I never smoked cigarettes and I was in the spiritual practices and stuff, bro, I would have been sucked into the spirit realm, and that's when I would have been obsessed with that and didn't care about nothing else. So basically what work and that performance letting you know is that you need to have balance between the digital and the physical. Like you gotta live your first life in this physical world, but also appreciate your second life in the digital world. So they're telling you that you need balance. So it's not meant to replace. Like even though Ready Player One shows something that you can't believe, but tell you the truth, even the drones, you just gonna have drones flying around. But when it comes to living on top of each other, like living on like trailers living on top of each other, we still gonna be in houses though. Like tell you the truth, they're still building houses too. So and also we still gonna have apartments. Why the hell you wanna have time? You gotta understand it's a fantasy movie. It's Hollywood. Don't believe what everything Hollywood shows. I mean, with the drones and stuff, yeah, that's gonna be possible because once 5G is fully active, they're gonna use drones. But when it really comes down to it though, y'all, like, you gotta look at it this way. You feel what I'm saying? We are not gonna we might live in low class communities or areas, but hey, let me finish this. I don't want to get into the detail. The physical world but offer new options. However, for its potential to come to fruition, the metaverse must be built to be accessible, inclusive, and equitable. I think that's how you say it. Across the spectrum of abilities and age. This applies not to the functional aspect, how easy it is to use the technologies, but also to the social element of how one can self-represent their disabilities and age. Other challenges with privacy, security, safety, communications, and either behavior are also likely to emerge. And that is it. So I love reading through these blogs. It's my first time doing this. But like I said, when it comes to work and number four, and when it comes to the main thing I'm focusing on, they do got articles, like personal articles for Haiti and Philippines and different parts of the American Gulf and stuff. But what my channel is all about is about spirituality. But when it comes to my spirituality, I'm trying to mix it. I'm trying to bring it into the digital world. See, I'm not into transhumanism, but I didn't know the virtual worlds are a part of transhumanism, and looking at the metaverse, it is. But when it comes to the metaverse, like I said, you need balance. You know what I'm saying? Don't get sucked into the digital world. I might get sucked into the digital world, but if you see me play Fortnite or even Call of Duty, I don't even play that long. Even if I had a VR headset, I still won't use it that long or use it the whole day. I'm being honest, but when it comes to the point of it, you need to have balance between the physical and the digital. If you really try to get into this metaverse thing, that's why us gamers we so used to it now because we got game tokens or cryptocurrency video game tokens and what I'm saying NFTs or just basically skins that we can buy off these these video game stores within the company. I'm gonna say Microsoft store. I can't speak for PlayStation or Nintendo, but say specifically Microsoft store, that where you gotta purchase it with real money. Whole nine yards. But it's your boy Tam Money. I finished signing off. That's all I want to say. So when it comes to the the 5 ways the metaverse could be revolutionary for people with disabilities is that people with disabilities that will have a basically a normal, regular life in the metaverse. So when it comes to people who got disabilities, who are paralyzed, who are acting like kids, like the ones at my job, all those things. Once the metaverse is in full bloom, and those with disabilities who can barely do anything, even having chips in your brain in order for you to play your own Xbox. And I bet you Xbox will be the first console to help you to connect your brain chip into the console. It's capable of doing it. I don't know about the Xbox Ones, but definitely the Xbox Series consoles. I mean, we gotta wait and see. They can do that remotely or through the updates. And trust me, they already putting that in the technology. So this is your boy Tab Money. I'm finna sign off. That's all I want to say. So when it comes to these metaverse blogs, I might come out with another one after this. Let's just wait and see. So this is your boy Tab Money.